time to play ball. Roseburg baseball is coming up on The Score.
Line drive, snagged out of the air at shortstop by Paxton Berg.
Don't miss any of the action this season. Subscribe to 1490 The Score on YouTube to catch every pitch.
And with a double at second, Danner Wirtz helping his own cause, gets Roseburg a run on the board.
Now, let's head to the field for the pregame show. Here's the voice of Roseburg High Sports, Joey Keeran.
Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Floyd Ogden Field on the campus of Willamette High School in beautiful Eugene, Oregon. It's time for postseason baseball once again as we bring you the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 6A Baseball State Championships. Second round matchup here between your Roseburg Indians and the Willamette Wolverines. It's a Southwest Conference rematch from earlier in the season featuring the third place Roseburg Indians and the champions of the Southwest Conference, the Willamette Wolverines. It's going to be a good one here today. We've got dry baseball, which is always a bonus after Monday's a little bit damp conditions. Today is a much more improved sight for baseball fans here at the ballpark. We welcome you into the broadcast. It's the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Roseburg and Willamette getting ready to square off here today, and it's great to have you with us. I'm Joey Keeran as we get ready for this postseason matchup. We got plenty to get to here during the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. We'll get a chance to catch up with head coach Troy Thompson on our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview. And, of course, we've got your Southern Septic Service starting lineups coming up for you here in just a little while as well. Willamette took 2 out of 3 against Roseburg during the regular season on their way to a 14-4 league record. They finished tied in the records with Sheldon for first place in the Southwest Conference, but Willamette swept Sheldon during the regular season, so they are your Southwest Conference champions this year. And the Wolverines looking to try and get into the quarterfinals of the 6A state playoffs and earn their second win in the state playoffs for the first time since 2022. Meanwhile, Roseburg trying to get a second win in the playoffs for the first time since 2023. It's two teams looking to try and keep things going on their season, and we got plenty in store for you here coming up. This matchup is good. Should be a fun one here at Floyd Ogden Field today. Teams are just wrapping up their warm-ups, and we want to remind you that today's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Search 1490 The Score, and you can find us there. Hit the subscribe button for baseball fans tuning in, whether you're here to tune in for the Roseburg Indians or the Willamette Wolverines. You might want to hit the subscribe button because we'll have American Legion Baseball coming up during the summer, and many of these same players out on the field here today will be guys you'll be seeing during the Legion season coming up in the summer, and we'll have coverage of games coming up for you. So make sure you keep the 1490 The Score YouTube channel handy here for all of your baseball coverage. As we make our way towards first pitch, we're going to take our first time out here, and when we come back, we'll get a chance to talk with head coach Troy Thompson. It's our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview when we come back here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. the biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Back here with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. It's on to the second round of the 6A state playoffs for the Roseburg Indians, and they are at a familiar place here at Floyd Ogden Field in Eugene to take on the Willamette Wolverines. And joining us for our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview, it's head coach Troy Thompson. And Coach, we're getting ready for another day of baseball, and at this point in the season, you just say thanks for this opportunity to be out there. How'd you guys come away feeling? Obviously thankful to get a win on the road in the first round, but how'd you guys come away feeling from the victory against Barlow?
Well, exactly that. We're thankful to be here today and have the opportunity to play here again and practice yesterday with this group and earn the right to play here on Wednesday of the playoff week. And, you know, those are all positive things that we don't take for granted. So, yeah, coming away from Monday, great job by the kids to stay with it, like we talked about then at length about, you know, a good club in Barlow and some tough conditions for both teams to play through, but to come out of there with the win and to get the chance here today, a real tribute to our kids and their ability to stay with it and get enough down on the field to earn the right to be here today.
You guys get a chance to face off against a team that you saw 3 times during the regular season, and I know maybe a rematch in the postseason against a team you played in the non-league schedule is not maybe super uncommon, but to face a conference opponent is kind of a newer thing. We experienced that a couple of years ago at North Medford, but how does that kind of make this match a little bit more interesting with the fact that you guys are so familiar with each other?
Well, that's just it. You know, there are no real secrets at this point playing a league opponent late in the year like this. And yeah, we played them in our 3-game set at the beginning of May, I believe is when that was, and had the doubleheader here and the single at our place. And we happened to get one of those 3 games at our place and in a good ball game, and then came up here and got beat twice on that Saturday doubleheader. So yeah, we find ourselves here again, but there are no surprises. Willamette's a very good club, you know, the league champions this year in our conference, and they, you know, obviously played very well against everybody they've seen, and they had a good win on Monday against Ida B. Wells. I believe 10-5 was that final. So yeah, obviously they're playing well and doing good things, and they should be. They have a quality club with some very good arms and some offensive firepower that they put on display, I think, on Monday. Hit several balls out of here on Monday, and so yeah, no secrets, but a lot of things that we've seen when we were on the field with them for 3 times, and hopefully today we can you know, kind of learn from that. But once again, it's a different day, different almost, you know, a month ago when you saw them. So things change and people change, and the game's not the same and the kids aren't the same and today's not the same, and we just got to take it for what it is here today for the 7 innings that we have in front of us here.
As you guys get ready for this one, you know, last time we were here for that doubleheader, you guys weren't necessarily at full strength, and Corba was back at home that weekend, and you know, just being able to have a full dugout. And I know you even have extra guys here with some of the kid JV guys up, and we saw some of them get some time in that doubleheader. Just maybe going into this one, does that, the fact that you guys are more at full strength than the last time you guys saw these teams, does that maybe bode anything into this one?
You know, I don't know about that. I do know it's nice to have all of our kids here and all of our kids healthy. And like I said, you know, it was a month ago when we played this team with a different lineup. So it's, you know, different today than what it was then. And even if we had the same lineup we had back then, it would still be different just because it's a different day. But starting with having all of your players available and in the positions where they're comfortable and where they played, you know, the bulk of our season is a good place to start. Unfortunately, we get to start there today with a lineup that's familiar to us. And for those guys that are on the field, you know, in spots where they've had success this year, and hopefully that does bode well for us today. It's a different field coming in when you have guys that are injured or not available or can't be here for one reason or another. But when you do have your lineup and you're you know, got your guys in their spots, so you know, that's kind of step one. Get everybody on the field and give them a chance to be successful here today, and that's what we feel like coming in, and hopefully that plays well for us.
Well, we're getting close to getting that chance to step out on the field between the lines here in just a moment. We'll thank Coach Troy Thompson for his time here in the pregame, Coach. Good luck out there.
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate being here. Thank you.
That is head coach Troy Thompson, the Roseburg Disposal pregame show, and the Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview. While we have some time here, let's go ahead and take a look at today's starting lineups for the Roseburg Indians and the Willamette Wolverines. It's brought to you by Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered when it comes to septic tank pumping, inspections, portable toilet rentals, grease trap cleaning. Southern Septic Service is woman and veteran owned and a proud supporter of our local sports teams. I think they are announcing the lineups. I wanted to make sure I wasn't talking over the national anthem there. Let's go ahead and look at it. Here for the Roseburg Indians, led by Coach Troy Thompson in his 24th season with the Indians. Leading off, it's Paxton Burke, the shortstop, followed by Fletcher Coleman at pitcher. Christian Corba, the center fielder, will bat third, followed by Danner Wirtz at first base, batting cleanup. A.J. Black, the third baseman, will bat fifth. Nick Ruiz in left field is hitting sixth. Batting seventh, starting at catcher, is Amos Bowers. Mason Young, the second baseman, will hit eighth. And rounding out the starting nine will be the right fielder, Rylan Glasser. That's a look at the Roseburg Indians starting lineup here today. On the other side for the home team, the Willamette Wolverines. Led by Coach Robert Cantwell in his fifth season with the Wolverines. Center fielder Brody Butler will lead things off, followed by shortstop Brady Berry. The second baseman Zeke Thomas will bat third, that is. Colin Robbins, the catcher, will bat in the cleanup spot. Mason Christian, the DH, batting fifth. Landon Cook at third base will bat sixth. Hitting seventh, starting at first base, is Berkeley Granberry. The pitcher, Jackson Dowdy, will bat eighth, and hitting ninth is Remy Ballinger, the left fielder. The DH being utilized for starting right fielder, Wyatt Wright. That is a look at your starting lineups, brought to you by Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, they've got your behind covered. They are woman and veteran owned and a proud supporter of our local sports teams, your Southern Septic Service starting lineups. We are getting ready for this one to get underway. They are announcing the home team starters taking the field. Willamette in their home white uniforms, maroon numbers. I believe it's silver numbers on the front and the back of the jerseys. And Roseburg on the road wearing the black uniforms with the orange numbers on the front and the back. Gray trousers, the black ball caps with the orange R on the front. This is the On Point Community Credit Union State Championships from the OSAA. As the title sponsor for the OSAA State Championships, On Point does everything it can to help our team and community get ahead. On Point delivers the local banking and lending its members need to reach their goals and make more possible. Visit On Point at onpointcu.com. On Point, federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Opportunity. Before we go to the final break here on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show, actually, let's go ahead and do it. It is first pitch right around the corner here on The Score.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
It's a beautiful day here in the Willamette Valley as we get ready for first pitch of today's contest. Joey Keeran here with you. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and joining us for today's contest. We are looking at sunny skies right now. There's been some clouds that have rolled overhead from time to time, but when the sun is out from behind the clouds, it's a beautiful day. 74 degrees in Eugene. Looks like we're going to stay dry throughout this one. It is a bit windy. It's blowing in from left field, which is beneficial for the pitchers. Left field just 300 feet down the line, so with the wind blowing in, that might help keep some balls in the yard. Defensively for Willamette out there, it'll be Jackson Dowdy on the mound, and Dowdy, the right-hander, is an arm that Roseburg saw during the regular season. He pitched 2 2/3 innings against Roseburg, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, 5 walks, and had 2 strikeouts in his time against the Indians. First pitch swinging away, a grounder to second base for Paxton Burke. The throw to first by Zeke Thomas will get the first out of the ball game, and we are underway in this one right on time at 5 o'clock. So there's one away as Paxton Burke will ground out to get things started. The switch hitter at the top of the order for the Indians goes down. That'll bring up Fletcher Coleman, who's pitching here in the ball game for the Indians today. He's a lefty. He'll take outside for ball 1. So Jackson Dowdy, he actually took the loss in the 1 win that Roseburg had against Willamette during the regular season. Gets one. Ooh! Fouled off of first base coach Tim Sester down that first base line. That'll be strike 1, and a painful one at that. Coach Sester shakes it off. He's not going to rub it. He's tough over there. He stands back in his box as they get back to the at-bat. Coleman will foul this one away, and there's strike 2. So Jackson Dowdy on the mound, right-hander, big, tall, right-handed kid. His 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and there's 2 away here in the first inning. There's 2 down. Christian Corba will bat. First right-hander up to bat for the Roseburg Indians. We'll look around the rest of the diamond for Willamette as time allows. Breaking ball for strike 1 to Corba. Corba, the freshman, did not play in the doubleheader here at Willamette as he slaps at a breaking ball, sat back on it, got a piece of it, stays in the zone. Corba was ill that weekend, did not play in the doubleheader that was here at Floyd Ogden Field at Willamette High School. He did play in the game at home in the Tuesday victory for Roseburg before traveling up here to suffer 2 losses against the Wolverines. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Willamette Wolverines defensively. We will head to the bottom of the first inning. Roseburg and Willamette scoreless after a half inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Lefty Fletcher Coleman on the mound for the Roseburg Indians. He's thrown 40 in a third inning, second most on the team this year. He's got a 1-4 win-loss record, been a bit unlucky in his 8 starts. He's made 9 appearances. He's got a 3.30 ERA. That is second best on the team. 40 strikeouts, 37 walks. And he will look to try and keep Roseburg in a scoreless ball game as we go to the bottom of the first. Brody Butler, Brady Berry, and Zeke Thomas will be your 3 batters to lead things off. Today's game brought to you by Waldron's Outdoor Sports, your hunting and fishing headquarters in Roseburg. Check them out at their new location on Northeast Stevens. Brody Butler will lead things off, the center fielder. Brody Butler, a first-team All-Southwest Conference selection this season. Butler in that top of the lineup spot against Roseburg was pretty successful in those 3 games. Hit .500 with 6 for 12. He's a lefty in the lefty-lefty matchup here against Coleman. First pitch in for a strike, and we're underway in the bottom of the first here at Floyd Ogden Field. The winner of this one moves on to face the winner of Sherwood and Jesuit in the quarterfinals on Friday. 0-1 pitch from Coleman. Bounces outside, a 1-1 count. For Willamette, they're coming off of a 10-5 win over Ida B. Wells in the first round on Monday. Brody Butler and Brady Berry, who's the man on deck, they both homered back-to-back in the bottom of the first inning on Monday to give their team an early lead. Ground ball left side. In front of it is Burke. The shortstop across over to first base to retire Butler. 1 away. Going to bring up Brady Berry, the shortstop for the Wolverines. 1 away, nobody on base. Again, Berry homered in his first at-bat. And the Wolverines led 3-1 after the first inning in that game on Monday. Roseburg trying to keep it a scoreless ball game as the first pitch from the lefty to the right-handed hitter is low and outside. A 1-0 count to start for Berry. Takes high, 2-0. Brady Berry in his matchup with Roseburg was 2 for 10. It's 2-0 pitch. Fouled away towards their hitting facility down the first base right field side here at Willamette High School. Fouls it off for the first strike. Berry, a junior coming off of a second-team All-Southwest Conference selection. Hits one sharply right side. Rolls to Mason Young at second base. Easy short toss over to Danner Wirtz at first. And there's 2 away. Looking around the diamond for the Roseburg Indians defensively here in the bottom of the first inning. Amos Bowers behind the plate. Danner Wirtz out at first. Mason Young at second. On the left side of the diamond, it's A.J. Black at third. Paxton Burke at short. And in the outfield from left to right, Nick Ruiz, Christian Corba, and Rylan Glasser. First pitch a bit low and inside from Coleman. A 1-0 count to start here for Zeke Thomas. The right-hander Thomas gets underneath one, lifts it out towards left field. Charging in, making the catch on the run is Nick Ruiz, and that will wrap up the first inning. It's a scoreless frame for both sides, and we will head to the second with this one knotted at 0. We will head to the second inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Top of the second inning, 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for Roseburg. Wirtz, Black, and Ruiz. Today's game is brought to you by Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. Danner will swing through the first pitch for strike one. As he gets started here against Jackson Dowdy. Takes a breaking ball for strike two. Dowdy on the mound was a first-team All-Southwest Conference pitcher for the Wolverines. He misses low on outside with his breaking ball, trying to get Danner to chase after it. Dowdy's 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike three. As the third strikeout already in the game for Jackson Dowdy, one away. A.J. Black will come up to bat. Dowdy in his previous outing against Roseburg had just 2 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings. Already in 1 1/3, he's got 3. First pitch high and inside, bumps off the glove for Colin Robbins back behind the plate. A.J. Black will stand in. And time called. Must have clipped the umpire. I didn't catch that as it came in. Umpire's going to get a minute here to make sure he's not showing any ill effects from taking that pitch. Well, taking a look at the Southwest Conference, we're guaranteed at least one team from the conference is going to be moving on to the quarterfinals. The winner of this matchup will represent the conference, but you also have Sheldon on the Sheldon at home against Lake Oswego, just across town. They just got started at 5 o'clock as well. We'll have some score updates on that one as we go through. And then you've got North Medford at Newburgh in a matchup here today as well. They got started a little earlier. We'll see if we can maybe find a score update on that one for you. Pitch is high, 2-0 count here for A.J. Black. Two-0 pitch, A.J. will take high, 3-0 count. Looking to try and find a way on base for the first time for the Indians. 3-0, in for a strike as expected. 1 out, nobody on. The 3-1, fouled away, and Black will stay in at the at-bat. Well, they're in the top of the 5th. The Newburgh Tigers leading North Medford 5-0, although North Medford has the bases loaded with 2 out in the top of the 5th. Full count pitch here to A.J. Black. It's outside for ball 4, and Roseburg will have the first base runner of the day. It's a base on balls to the 5 hitter. First walk in the game for Jackson Dowdy. Nick Ruiz will bat. He has been one of the top guys getting, reaching with walks for Ruiz this season. He's got 15 on the year. He takes outside for ball 1. Ruiz leads the team. Actually, he does not. He's second on the team in hit by pitches. Amos Bowers has now passed him up with 8. Nick has 7. He's coming off of a nice defensive play to finish things in the bottom of the first inning. Here in the second inning, we are in the top half, and it's a 2-0 count for Nick Ruiz. Well, North Medford is on the board. They trail Newburgh 5-2 in that matchup. Breaking ball, and Ruiz lays off. The count goes to 3-0. Back-to-back hitters for Roseburg facing Jackson Dowdy, getting ahead 3 balls and no strikes. A 3-0 pitch for Dowdy with a man at first. He'll pump one on the inside corner for a strike. A 3-1 count. At first base, A.J. Black. Strike 2 called at the knees on the inside corner. Ruiz was ready to head on down to first. Full count pitch here coming up for Dowdy. And Ruiz will foul it away to stay alive. Nick coming off of a good showing in the game against Barlow on Monday. Nick Ruiz, one of the top hitters for Roseburg, had 2 hits in that game, was 2 for 4, scored a run, also had an RBI. looking to try and keep it going here in the postseason. Again, the full count pitch, and it hit him. And he is now tied with Amos Bowers, who will come to the plate. He's now tied with the hit by pitch category, both of them with 8. Would have been ball 4, but Nick wears it anyways. So Ruiz at first, A.J. Black up to second, 2 runners on with 1 out. And the catcher, Amos Bowers, will bat. And Amos is trying to keep his bat going here. He had a bit of a cold spell in the middle of the season, but he has hit 4 for 6 games. He's had a hit in 4 of 6 games since snapping his hitless streak. And he takes high for ball 1 as Dowdy laboring a bit here in the second to find the strike zone. That's going to prompt a visit out to the mound. With a break in the action, let you know today's game is brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. If you're considering dinner plans tonight, why not stop by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Find them at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg, right by the 124 interchange. Taking a look at that scoreboard update, Newburgh still up 5-2 against North Medford as the top of the 5th comes to an end, but the Black Tornado within 3 against the Tigers. This broadcast brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. 1-0 count for Amos Bowers with runners at first and second and 1 out. Scoreless ball game as that ball is fouled away by Bowers. 1-1 count. The Southwest Conference with 4 teams making it out of the first round of the state playoffs. 1-1 pitch here for Dowdy. Ground ball towards third base, but foul for strike 2. Sheldon beat Mountainside 9-1 in the first round. They're now taking on Lake Oswego here tonight. Willamette beating Wells 10-5. Roseburg beating Barlow 5-3. North Medford beat South Salem, an upset there. We had 2 upsets out of the Southwest Conference, Roseburg and North Medford. Black Tornado winning 7-5 against South Salem. Check swing. Oh, brutal on the call at home. I'm going to say that he went around. Check swing, strike 3. 4th strikeout in the game for Jackson Dowdy. It's a big one with runners at first and second. There's now 2 down, and Mason Young will try to come up with a big hit. He was 3 for 3 on Monday against the Barlow Bruins. Young will call time before the first pitch. A.J. Black out at second base. Nick Ruiz at first. Some decent speed out there. First pitch low and inside for Young. The one team that did not make it out of the first round out of the Southwest Conference, that was South Medford. They lost to Newburgh 4-1. So Newburgh having to face the Medford teams in the first and second round. 1-0 pitch to Young. Hits the outside corner right under the belt. 1-1 count now for Mason. The 8-hitter in the lineup for the Indians. Here in the top of the second, it's a scoreless ball game between the Indians and the Wolverines. Second round matchup here in the OSAA state playoffs. The 1-1 from Jackson Dowdy, the right-hander, takes a look at second, delivers, gets a swing and a miss. Late decision, it seemed like, there by Mason Young. Pulled the trigger late and swings through. That 3 for 3 game against Barlow, second time this year that Mason had done that. And he did it against South Eugene back on April 10th. The 1-2 pitch misses a bit high and inside, despite the encouragement from the Willamette dugout, thinking that was strike 3. The at-bat will continue with a 2-2 count. Mason Young, the junior. Breaking ball, there's strike 3, watches it go by. And that will eliminate the scoring opportunity for the Roseburg Indians here in the top of the second. We're scoreless as we head to the home half of the second inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Scoreless ball game here in Eugene at Willamette High School. Colin Robbins, Mason Christian, and Landon Cook will lead things off for the Wolverines. Fletcher Coleman got 3 straight putouts in the field in the first inning. Ground out, fly out. His breaking ball is high and away for ball 1 here against the cleanup hitter. Colin Robbins, the catcher for Willamette today. I believe he's played at shortstop some in the matchups that we saw against the Wolverines. His 1-0 pitch is fouled off. Got a piece of that one in on the handle for strike 1. Already some finals going on today in baseball and softball playoff matchups for the Umpqua Basin. Pitch high and away. 2-1 count for Robbins. Umpqua Valley Christian Baseball, a 9-1 victory against Illinois Valley, and they will be moving on to the quarterfinal round of the 2A, 1A playoffs. It's pitched just outside. 3-1 count now for Robbins. The Monarchs will play the winner between Heppner and Klatskanai in that matchup in the quarterfinal round on Friday. Swing and a miss on the 3-1. Nice pitch in there by Coleman. On a 3-1 count, Robbins was looking to try and give his team the lead with one swing of the bat. The 3-2. Gets underneath the ball, right side, foul territory. It's Tanner Wirtz having to fight off the umpire to get position underneath it. And Wirtz will make the catch in foul territory to retire Robbins here in the second. 1 away. Wirtz into foul territory on that first base side. It really kind of has a bit of a tail off. Looking out there down the first base line, standing in the right field grass just down the chalk line, the umpire down there, you can't see his shoes. Tails off out there as you go into the outfield on this natural surface field. It's pitched just a high and away. Mason Christian up to bat, the DH, batting for the right fielder Wyatt Wright. Home plate is the only place that's turfed here at Floyd Ogden Field. It's Coleman, the lefty, delivers, and that ball hit well but foul down the left field side by Christian for strike 1. Everything else is grass and dirt out there. The mound, the infield, and out into the outfield. And as dirt and grass fields tend to go, sometimes the transition from the infield dirt to the outfield has a little bit of a hump and a downhill slide going into the outfield. There's a swing and a miss by Christian, gives him a 1-2 count. So yeah, as you look at the umpire down that first base side, you can't see his shoe tops, and Tanner Wirtz was able to navigate getting up over that hump and battling the umpire to make that catch. Ooh, breaking ball just misses below the strike zone on the outside corner. 2-2 count for Coleman against Mason Christian. Fletch out of his windup with nobody on base and 1 away. The 2-2 bounces in. Count goes full here against Mason Christian. Landon Cook waiting on deck. Christian, the big right-hander, got the win on the mound in Game 1 on Monday. He belts one out towards left field. That ball's got a chance, and it will get out of here. Home run over the left field fence for Mason Christian to get this one in Willamette's favor. They hit a couple on Monday. It's a short porch out there, just 300 feet, and he gets underneath one without the wind blowing in too much at this point in time. And he will get it out of here. It's a tall fence, so you got to get it up to get it out. But at only 300 feet down the line, it's definitely reachable for a lot of fly balls that direction. So the early lead goes to Willamette. And now Roseburg will look to try and battle their way back. They fought back from a 1-0 deficit against Barlow on Monday. And we'll see if they can do it again here. First pitch misses high and away to Landon Cook for a 1-0 count. Fletcher gets a pop fly left side. This one does not have the distance to get out of here, just barely out of the infield. The shortstop, Paxton Burke, is there to make the catch. 2 down. It'll be Berkeley Granberry, the first baseman, to bat with 2 down and nobody on base. Granberry batting in the 7th spot in the lineup. Granberry, a second-team All-Southwest Conference first baseman, takes a strike. Willamette, as you might expect, was pretty well represented on the all-conference selections as the conference champions. A 0-1 pitch, a little high, 1-1 count. Willamette had 10 players recognized with all Southwest Conference honors this spring. That was the most of any team in the conference. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed by Granberry for strike 2. Berkeley Granberry was 1 for 6 against Roseburg with a couple of strikeouts in the regular season, the 3 games there. The 1-2 pitch, strike 3, got him looking, bottom of the zone, and that'll get Roseburg out of things here in the second inning. But a solo homer by Mason Christian will give the Willamette Wolverines a 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the third inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Come back for the top of the third inning. Roseburg trailing 1-0 after the solo shot by Mason Christian. Jackson Dowdy on the mound, now with a lead to work with. Misses outside. Ball 1 to start against Rylan Glasser. First pitch for the second pitch for Glasser is out to left field, and it gets by the left fielder. Ballinger didn't field it cleanly. It gets by him, and so that'll be a base hit for Rylan Glasser, who has had good success here at Willamette High School this season, and then an error in left field puts him into scoring position, and Roseburg, with nobody out, has a man at second base. So runner out at second for Roseburg after the first hit of the game for the Indians, both sides with just one hit. It'll bring up the top of the order, Paxton Burke. Takes a breaking ball high and away to the switch hitter, batting left-handed against the righty. Just curious if they might go with an attempt to try and move the runner over with nobody out. Burke not showing a bunt on the first pitch. A 1-0 delivery from Dowdy. Burke swinging away, and it's a base hit to left field, a line drive shot. This time Ballinger fields it cleanly. He'll get the ball back in. It gets away, but the catcher, Robbins, able to scoop it up before it gets too far away, and Burke will hold that first base, and staying at third is Glasser. Back-to-back base hits for the Indians through the left side of the infield, and they've got something brewing here in the third. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Fletcher Coleman up to bat, struck out looking his first time up. Fletcher on the season, coming in with 13 RBI. He's got a chance to try and help his own cause here in a 1-0 deficit for the Indians. He'll put one. A line drive shot back up the middle. Everybody gets back to their bags quickly as the shortstop is in the perfect spot. Brady Berry will make the catch on a low line drive shot, and that is unlucky there for Fletcher Coleman. Had an opportunity to try and get the Indians on the board, but playing up the middle at double play depth, Berry is just a couple of steps away from where that ball went flying through the middle of the infield, and he makes the low catch at the shoe tops. It's Christian Corba up to bat now. And a balk called. Roseburg tied the game 1-1 against Barlow on a balk on Monday, and they'll tie the game 1-1 on a balk here today against Willamette. It is squared away, one apiece for the Indians and the Wolverines. That's a weird coincidence. It was a balk on Monday that tied the game against Barlow 1-1, and it'll do it again here on Wednesday. Still just one out and a man in scoring position, and at the plate, Corba will ask for time. Corba will step out. Christian Corba, the freshman, he earns all conference honors this year, a first-team All-Leaguer this year as a freshman for the Indians. They have a 1-0 count on the scoreboard, but I don't think that matters. As a ball lifted out towards right center field. This ball well struck. It's going back to the wall. It's off the base of the wall. Burke is going to round at third. In at second base is Corba. The throw cut off. Roseburg takes a 2-1 lead here in the third. Corba rips one all the way to the fence in right center. It's a deep part of the park here at Floyd Ogden Field, and it's good enough to bring in the second run of the frame, and Roseburg's ahead 2-1, and Christian Corba has an RBI with a double as he continues to hit the ball well this season. Corba puts Roseburg in front, and now with still one out, Roseburg with a man in scoring position still. And it's up to Danner Wirtz to try and see if he can drive somebody around. He'll foul off the first pitch for strike one. Christian Corba with that base hit has now got a 12-game hitting streak. Coming into the day, he had an 11-game hitting streak. He was batting .474 during that streak. 18 for 38. He had 13 RBI during that. He adds his 14th as a breaking ball swung on and missed by Wirtz, and he's behind 0-2. After giving up one in the bottom of the second, Roseburg has responded with two here in the top of the third. Danner with Corba out at second base. An 0-2 pitch coming from Dowdy. Time called as Wirtz gets it in just in the nick of time. The pitch came in on the inside corner. Could have been strike three. Today's game brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. The 0-2 once again from Dowdy. It's a bit high. Not by much. Pretty good pitch there with the two-strike count. A 1-2 pitch here for Jackson Dowdy. Wirtz waits as Dowdy takes his time, looking out towards second, delivers, and it's a ball hit past the third baseman. No, he snagged it off the dirt. Throw to first is in time to get Wirtz. That ball, a nice snag at third base by Landon Cook, a short hop at him. I wasn't sure at first. It kicked up the dust. I wasn't sure if it had gotten by into left field, but he was able to get it on the short hop, got up to his feet, makes a good strong throw across the diamond to retire the second out. Two away, A.J. Black, a walk in the second inning. He'll bat here in the third. Still out at second base is Corba, unable to advance on the ground out to third. First pitch high and inside for ball one to A.J. We're in the top of the third inning, a 2-1 lead. Roseburg in front, looking to try and add more. They capitalized on a leadoff single by Ryland Glasser. He moved to second on an error and came around to score on a balk to tie the game up. A 1-0 pitch is low. 2-0 count. The balk tying the game up, and then it was a one-out double to the wall in right center by Christian Corba. They'll drive in the go-ahead run for the Indians here in the third. 2-0 delivery for A.J. Black waits. And it's a strike across. Two balls and a strike for A.J. Black with two down. Christian Corba out at second base. Out of the stretch for Dowdy. Swung on and missed. Black at the top of the zone. Couldn't get the bat adjusted to the height of that pitch coming in. Chased one just up near the eyeballs. A 2-2 count with two down. Runner out at second base for the Indians here in the top of the third. It's high. The count goes full. Roseburg with 3 hits here in the frame. A.J. Black would sure love to put another one on the board. With 2 outs, Corba will be moving on contact. A.J., one way or the other, would like to be at first base after this next pitch. 3-2 is fouled away. Let's try it again here on the next one. This game of Roseburg baseball is brought to you by Gibbs RV Superstore. You gotta get to Gibbs. Full count pitch once again for Jackson Dowdy. Roseburg trying to get him to throw a lot of pitches, and he has faced a few batters here between the second and the third inning after a 1-2-3 first. His full count pitch to A.J. Black. He's chasing out of the zone for strike 3. A.J. goes down as the Roseburg Indians do get 2 here in the top of the third. It's a 2-1 lead. Roseburg in front as we head to the bottom of the third inning on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
For over 45 years, Pacific Office Automation has remained locally owned and operated. They support the community, people, and places that matter. That's why they continue to sponsor the OSAA year after year. To learn more, visit Pacific Office Automation, pacificoffice.com. At Pacific Office Automation, problem solved. 2-1 lead, Roseburg, as we go to the bottom of the third. First pitch from Fletcher Coleman, now with a lead. It's a strike to the pitcher, Jackson Dowdy, who bats in the 8th spot for the Wolverines. The 0-1 from Coleman. Ground ball, comebacker goes off his glove, trickles towards short. Burke up with it, easy toss with plenty of time over to first base. Nice job backing up the play by the shortstop, Paxton Burke. As that one redirected off the glove for the pitcher, Fletcher Coleman, but did not get off track too much. There's one away. Remy Ballinger is the left fielder, and he's the 9th hitter in the lineup card for Willamette. He swings at the first pitch, and it's a soft liner over the top of the second baseman. Heads to the alley, picked up by Glasser, who will spin and get it back in quickly, holding Ballinger to just a single out of the 9th spot. Remy Ballinger, just the second hit in the game for Willamette, puts a man on at first with one away. Game-tying run at first base now for the Wolverines. Ballinger was a second-team All-Southwest Conference selection. He was just 1 for 5 against Roseburg in the 3 games previously. Gets a hit in his first at-bat here today. Top of the order, Brody Butler up to bat. He takes high for ball 1. Butler, a ground out to short in the first inning. 1-0 delivery for Coleman. No pickoff throw to first is not quite there in time. Back in dirty is Bellinger. Well, it is 8-2. Newburgh in front of North Medford in the bottom of the sixth up at Newburgh High School. And between Sheldon and Lake Oswego, they were scoreless after one. As a pitch high, 2-0 count to the lefty, Brody Butler. Two-0 delivery coming up here for Fletcher Coleman. Pickoff throw again to first. This time a bit more on target, but Bellinger in with plenty of time. One out. 2-0 is in the dirt out at first base. Bellinger will hang there. 3-0 count. And out to the mound will go Amos Bowers for a quick conversation. Today's game brought to you by McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by on West Harvard Avenue and check them out. That's McClendon Smokehouse. 3-0 pitch here for Coleman. And with the green light, lifting this one in the air out towards right center. It's going to get down all the way to the wall. Corbo will send it back in. They're going to send the runner. They hold him at third. Late stop sign for Remy Ballinger at third. That might have been the right decision. Paxton Burke had an opportunity to get that one back in quickly. A double for Brody Butler as he finds the alley on a 3-0 pitch over the plate. He gets the green light, swings away, and puts two men in scoring position for the Wolverines. Second hit here in the third inning. 3 hits total in the ballgame now for Willamette. And Brady Berry will bat. Again, he had a home run in his first at-bat on Monday, helping his team take an early lead against Ida B. Wells in their first-round victory. First pitch, line drive to right field, base hit. This will tie the game up. Now they throw back in from Glasser, will go nearly to the plate, but a tie ball game on a base hit by Brady Berry. 3 straight hits for Willamette, and they tie it up here in the bottom of the third. Runners on the corners with still just 1 out. It's a 2-2 ball game. So the Indians responded quickly after Willamette took a 1-0 lead in the second. And Willamette responds quickly after Roseburg took a 2-1 lead in the top of the third. Zeke Thomas will bat. He squares to bunt but fouls it off. They had the runner crashing in at third. They were going with the safety squeeze. Thomas had put it down, but it goes off the plate foul. It'll be strike one. We'll see what they do here. They're not playing in on either of the corners to try and help for that situation again. If Thomas tries it again, he doesn't. He fouls one down the left field side off the light post somehow there. Wow. That'll be strike 2. So it's an 0-2 count with 1 away. Tie ball game 2-2 here in the bottom of the third. Coleman's pitch is low. Runner breaks late to second base, and in safely will be Berry. He had a late break looking to see if he could draw a throw. But it seemed as if Roseburg was not paying attention to the runner at first, and so he easily gets in without a throw down to second base. Runners at second and third. Zeke Thomas with a 1-2 count. Willamette likes to be aggressive on the bases. Thomas will ground one left side. Throw to first base by Burke will get the out, but a run will score. Tough play there on a high chopper off the infield. Burke came charging in and made a leaping grab and quickly gets it out of the glove. Fires to first, but scoring is Butler, and it's 3-2. Willamette takes the lead. Up to third base goes Berry. So the Wolverines will add one on the ground out. A productive out for Zeke Thomas. Now Colin Robbins popped out to the first baseman in foul territory in his first at-bat. He stands in with 2 down. He takes the first pitch for a strike. It's Roseburg will have work to do. Figured that the 2-1 advantage was not going to be enough. Two teams that, when they're really going, they can put up some runs. So we'll see. Don't notice any activity in either bullpen as of right now. So still early, but it's must win. 1-1. Ooh, didn't seem like it missed by much. It'll be a 2-1 count. North Medford's down to their final 2 outs in their game, and they're trailing 8-2 against Newburgh. Outside, count goes 3-1 here against the cleanup hitter, Colin Robbins. Three-1 count. Coleman delivers, and the ball is fouled back for strike 2. Man at third with 2 down. The cleanup hitter, Colin Robbins, at the plate. Fletcher Coleman looking for one more out. The 3-2 pitch, popped him up, right side, playable. Calling everyone off is the right fielder, Rylan Glasser. He squeezes it for the final out, and it'll minimize the damage here in the third for Willamette. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no Roseburg errors, and 1 man left the board. So it is back and forth we go. We head to the top of the 4th. It's 3-2, Willamette in front of Roseburg on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
Jackson Dowdy once again with a lead to try and protect here as Roseburg trails 3-2 against Willamette. Today's game brought to you by First Choice Health Insurance, your trusted team for all of your insurance needs. And by Dr. Lance and Randall Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Call 541-378-6694 or visit drrandall.com. Roseburg will have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up to bat. Nick Ruiz, Amos Bowers, and Mason Young will come up to bat. Ruiz was hit by a pitch on what would have been ball 4 in his first at-bat. Was left stranded on base. He'll try to get something started for the Tribe as they look to rally back. He takes inside for ball 1. Swinging through the 1-0 pitch, evens things up. Dowdy delivers. Ball is lifted out of play. And Ruiz will find himself with a 1-2 count. Just a junior. Roseburg with 3 seniors on this year's roster. Make that 4 seniors, sorry. I knew that number didn't feel right. That was the game against Barlow. They just had 3 seniors. And another ball fouled away by Ruiz. Roseburg with Burke, Bowers, Popkin, and Cheney. They're 4 seniors this year, hoping to keep one more game under their belt here, get another one in with a win here today. Pitch low on the 1-2. Evens up the count. At this point in the year, everybody hoping for one more game on their season. 2-2 pitch from Dowdy. Just up. Not by much, above the zone there. Close one, borderline call, and it's just above the zone. It's a borderline pitch. If it had been called a strike, I don't think he could have been too upset. But I think that was the right call on that one, just above the zone. 3-2 pitch. They get him anyway. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Down on strikes goes Ruiz. I have that down as the 7th strikeout in the game for Jackson Dowdy. What a start for him, but he has given up 3 hits and a couple of runs. I'll look to try and see if he can keep it going on the mound for Willamette. Amos Bowers, a strikeout victim in the 2nd. We'll try to get things changed here. He lifts one towards left field. Diving attempt by the center fielder. It gets by. A diving attempt by Butler, and heading into second base goes Amos Bowers. Bowers, he's been swinging a little bit better as of late after a tough stretch in the middle of the season. He comes up with a 1-out double for the Indians, and he's in scoring position with 1 away. Bowers had a hit on 4 of his last 6 games, and that will be his 5th hit in now 19 at-bats. And he's had a couple of doubles, had one off the wall at Barlow that almost left the park, but just was short of going over the fence on that short porch at Barlow High School. But he hits one well there, and it gets past a dive attempt from the center fielder. First pitch swinging, and it fouled off by Mason Young. Game-tying run in scoring position for Roseburg. Mason Young at the plate with the 0-1 count. I believe they brought in Dylan Gregory to run out at second base for Bowers, the courtesy runner for the catcher. 0-1 pitch to Mason Young. Takes a breaking ball low. That is Gregory out there running. He made the game-ending catch for the final out against Barlow as a defensive replacement at shortstop. A leaping grab on a line drive to finish it off in an exciting fashion. He's now a courtesy runner out at second, representing the game-tying run as a pitch just off the outside corner. The count goes 2-1 to Mason Young, who struck out to finish things in the 2nd. A 2-1 delivery here for Jackson Dowdy. Nobody holding on the runner out at second as Dowdy delivers low for a 3-1 count. Checking in on the scoreboard, they're still scoreless between Sheldon and Lake Oswego through 2 innings there. And in the top of the 7th, North Medford has scored a run. They're down by 4 against Newburgh, but 2 outs with a man on at first. So still on life support there for North Medford against the Newburgh Tigers. 3-1 pitch, ball 4, down low, and a walk issued to Mason Young. That'll be the 2nd walk, also a hit batter for Jackson Dowdy here today. Runners at first and second with 1 away as Roseburg looks to try and respond after giving up the lead in the bottom of the 3rd. Top of the 4th, it's a 3-2 score. Willamette in front here in this second-round playoff matchup. It's the 9-hitter Rylan Glasser that got its thing started in the 3rd inning with a leadoff single. The lefty against the righty. Squares to bunt, and it is fouled back to the backstop. Rylan Glasser against Willamette. Game 1 of the doubleheader on the Saturday back on March 9th. Roseburg only mustered 2 hits against the very tough pitcher in Mason Christian. Roseburg only had 2 hits. One of them, though, was Rylan Glasser. He had the first hit of the game for Roseburg in that what ended up being a 10-0 loss. Squares to bunt again and will take outside. A back pick down to second. Sliding in, Gregory just underneath the tag. Gregory, a freshman out there, almost made a freshman mistake. But he does get just back in underneath the tag. Behind the plate, Robbins rifled it out there. Barry had snuck to the bag. He was wide open at the bag, was very much there. The throw was just a bit high, and it just took him a second to get the tag down, and able to slide underneath it was Gregory out at second base. A 1-1 pitch here for Rylan Glasser. 1 out. Squares to bunt, will take high and away. Rylan Glasser, just a sophomore. He was 1 for 3 in his at-bats against Willamette during the regular season. Glasser on the season was batting .296 in limited action. He's got a 2-1 count. Squares to bunt again. He'll put it down on the third base side. Field, throw to third. Gets away. Glasser's going to head to the plate. That is Gregory that will score the game-tying run. And into second base goes Glasser, as into third goes Mason Young. It's a second error in the game for the Willamette Wolverines. We're tied at 3. Off the mound, Dowdy tried to get the lead out at third base, and his throw was low. Landon Cook unable to make the play. So it'll be an error on the pitcher. Fielder's choice for Glasser, and he gets to second base on the throwing error. Still just 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position for the top of the order. First pitch, strike 1 to Paxton Burke. Second error in the game for Willamette. 0-1 pitch here to Burke. He hits one up in the air. It's going to get over the top of us here behind home for strike 2. Final score in Newburgh. It's the Tigers 8, the North Medford Black Tornado 4. As North Medford will be eliminated, their season comes to an end. That's one of the 4 Southwest Conference teams left, now done. A ball lifted in the air out towards left field, not very deep. Tagging is Young. He'll tag and head towards the plate. The throw is going to go all the way through, and the tag is down in time. That'll be an out at the plate for the final out of the 4th inning, and we stay tied at 3. Great throw from left field by Remy Ballinger to wrap things up, and we will head to the bottom of the 4th inning, tied at 3 here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Mason Christian, the DH, will lead things off. He had a solo homer in the second, giving Willamette a lead at the time. We are tied at 3 as we begin things here in the bottom of the 4th. Fletcher Coltman on the mound. His first pitch bounces in front of the plate for ball 1. Today's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. A 1-0 delivery from the lefty. Tried to stay in the bottom of the zone, and he misses low again, a 2-0 count. Mason Christian again got the win on the mound in the first round. Yielded just 1 earned run over 4 innings with 8 strikeouts, getting the win, and a 10-5 victory against Ida B. Wells. He takes a strike. A breaking ball that cut in to the right-handed batter. He's got a 2-1 count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 3-3 ball game here in Eugene. Going to be a busy weekend coming up starting tomorrow here in Eugene. We've got the State Track and Field Championships running Thursday through Saturday. Plus you've got the Eugene Regional and the NCAA Baseball postseason starting here this weekend as well. Ground ball tapper foul down the third base side for Christian. He'll stay alive with a 2-2 count. The Eugene Regional gets started on Friday, could possibly run through Monday if there's an if necessary game. The 4-team Eugene Regional featuring the Oregon Ducks, of course, who are the host team, one of 16 host teams around the country for the NCAA postseason. The Ducks hosting Oregon State, the 2 seed in that 4-team regional. Washington State, the 3 seed, and Yale, the 4 seed. They get started on Friday. OSU taking on Washington State at noon on Friday here in Eugene at PK Park in the postseason. 2-2 pitch, misses high for Fletcher Coleman, and the count goes full to Mason Christian. And then Oregon and Yale will play at 5 o'clock on Friday night at PK Park. You can tune in for those games on the radio coming up here on Friday. Beavers here on the Score. Ducks on News Radio 93.9 FM and 1240 KQEN. Fastball popped up behind home. It will get out of play. And it stays a full count for Mason Christian. So we told you UVC baseball, they were a winner. Their season continues on, beating Illinois Valley 9-1. We found out that UVC softball and also found out that Oakland softball both losing today to end the year. Pitch high on the 3-2, couldn't get him to chase. That's ball 4. And that's been an issue for Fletcher Coleman this season, has been issuing the base on balls, but that's the first one of the day for him here. So somewhat of a good sign. He's got a great defense behind him, and so trusting that defense to make the plays behind him. He's been able to do that here today, but he has given up a couple of runs, and this game is tied at 3. He's looking to try and make sure he doesn't get that Willamette doesn't get any more here as we're in the 4th inning. First pitch called strike 1 to Landon Cook, who flew out to the shortstop. Paxton Burke in the left field grass. His first at-bat, and he takes a strike at the top of the zone for an 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch from Coleman. Ball hit in the air out towards shallow right center. Christian Corba, the freshman, comes in to make the catch. There's one away. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on the Score. With one out, there's a man at first, and up to bat will be Berkeley Granberry, a strikeout in the 2nd inning, only strikeout in the game for Fletcher. Pickoff throw to first, just a hair late. On Point Community Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the OSAA State Championships. On Point is Oregon's largest locally headquartered credit union, serving more than 633,000 members. Visit onpointcu.com. On Point is federally insured by NCUA. That's a strike called. Equal housing opportunity. Oh, 0-1 count to Granberry. A check swing could not hold up. There's strike 2. One out. Man at first. An 0-2 pitch here to Granberry. Takes high. Couldn't get him to chase out of the zone. 74 degrees here in Eugene at the moment. We are seeing a bit gusty conditions right now. The American flag, which is kind of just behind the home on deck circle on the first base side. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball in the dirt. Strike 3 for Granberry. Another strikeout for him. 2 away here in the 4th inning for the Wolverines. Jackson Dowdy will bat. 0 for 1 in the game with a ground out for him. The American flag right now is blowing as if the wind is coming in from left field, but not blowing all that hard at the moment. First pitch to Dowdy is just outside for ball 1. National Weather Service saying we could see wind gusts as high as 20 miles per hour here in Eugene today. Tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 on, 2 away. The 1-0 pitch from Coleman is high to Dowdy. So the only other Southwest Conference team we are watching here today after North Medford's 8-4 loss earlier, it will be Sheldon. And the Irish lead 2-0 through 3 innings across town here in Eugene. There's a pitch inside, 3-0 count. Sheldon and Willamette finishing tied in the records in the Southwest Conference, but Willamette with the tiebreaker, getting the Southwest Conference title this year. It's a 3-0 pitch here to Doughty. He'll take first strike as Coleman will stay in the at-bat. Three balls and a strike for Fletcher Coleman. Facing off against the 8-hitter Jackson Doughty. That ball in the air out to center field. Coming in, Christian Corba is there for the final out of the fourth. And that will get this one through 4, tied at 3. No runs on no hits. There were no errors, and one man left on base. A scoreless frame for the Indians defensively. We head to the top of the 5th. 3-3 here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. This broadcast is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. We head to the top of the 5th in our elimination second-round matchup here in the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Playoffs. Jackson Doughty will face Fletcher Coleman. Coleman, first pitch swinging away, got a breaking ball that he liked, and he fouls it off the gymnasium here at Willamette High School. This ball field tucked right in here on campus. So you've got the gymnasium down the third base and left field side as a pitch low, 1-1 count. You've got the football facilities back behind the first base dugout. Softball's back behind us here at home. Tight fit, but it's all right here on campus as the ball fouled away on the 1-1 pitch to Fletcher Coleman. Floyd Ogden Field, named after the longtime coach from 1961 to 1977 here at Willamette High School, which has actually featured some legendary coaches through their times. 1-2 pitch. Outside with the off speed. 2-2. Mel Krause, you might remember him. He coached at Oregon. He was a coach here at Willamette from 1953 to 1954. So 2-2 pitch is low. Count goes full to Fletcher Coleman. And Pat Bailey, he coached here at Willamette from 79 to 84. He was also a coach at George Fox and coached them to a national championship before coaching as an assistant and getting a year as a head coach at Oregon State University in 2019. Leadoff walk issued to Fletcher Coleman. Takes the pitch high and away. He earns a trip down to first base. The pitcher will run for himself. Christian Corba now with a 12-game hit streak after his RBI double back in the third inning. He'll dig in. He takes a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Heart of the order coming up here for Roseburg, starting off with their 2-hitter. Now the 3-hitter Christian Corba at the plate. Tie ball game, 3-3 as we're in the 5th inning. Jackson Doughty out of the stretch. Ground ball sharply hit past the third baseman into left field. It takes a high hop, but fielding it is Ballinger. And Christian Corba, the freshman year, has been lights out for him, especially as of late. Mentioned his hit streak, and during that time, he has been just outstanding. He actually extended his hit streak with 1 hit against Barlow, dropped his average from like 484 down to 474, but he's got 2 hits in today's game. That number is going to be creeping up once again. He's got a base hit. Roseburg with runners at first and second, and Danner Wirtz up to bat for the Tribe. Nobody out so far here in the 5th. Danner takes a breaking ball that tails away, missing the outside corner. Roseburg's one win against Willamette was at home, a 4-3 victory over the Wolverines. Danner Wirtz was the winning pitcher in that matchup. A 1-0 pitch here for Dowdy. Fouled away by Wirtz. Again, the winner of this one moves on to face the winner of Sherwood and Jesuit in the quarterfinal round of the 6A state playoffs on Friday. Roseburg hasn't been 2 wins into the playoffs since 2023. Willamette hasn't done it since 2022 when they were at the 5A level. A 1-1 pitch. Wirtz waits on a breaking ball, fouls it away though. Danner with a 1-2 count against him, nobody out. Out at second base, Coleman, Corba at first. The 1-2 from Dowdy. Fouled away by Wirtz once again. Let's see here. According to Game Changer, Sherwood is currently winning against Jesuit 5-2 at the end of 4 innings there. That would be an upset, a win on the road. 1-2 pitch once again for Wirtz. That ball off the handle, just flared down the first base side. A diving attempt by the first baseman, Granberry, but he couldn't get to it. Now, if you were thinking like I did for a moment, if Roseburg could somehow find a home playoff game in the next round, if they do win here today, I don't think that's possible. More on that in a moment. 1-2 pitch here for Wirtz. Dowdy battling against here, the cleanup hitter for Roseburg. Ground ball towards short. Takes a high hop, and the throw to second base gets away. A run will come in to score. Roseburg will take the lead on the 3rd error of the game for the Wolverines. Up to second base goes Wirtz. The shortstop, Brady Berry, soft toss to second, and he airmails it to Zeke Thomas at the bag. That allows Fletcher Coleman to come around to score on the error. It could have been a double play, and Roseburg still would have had a man at third with 2 outs, but instead nobody gets out. Corba ends up at third. Danner Wirtz will get on with a fielder's choice and then gets to second base on the error. It's the 3rd error of the game for Willamette, and we get a visit out to the mound for the Wolverines. It's 4-3, Roseburg in front here. They've had an error in each of the last 3 innings, and Roseburg has scored in each of the innings, and that is going to be it for Jackson Dowdy. We get a pitching change here for the Willamette Wolverines, and with Roseburg leading 4-3 in the top of the 5th, we'll have a new arm on the bump for Will High. We will get you all the details on the position changes when we come back. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Brady Berry will move from shortstop and take over on the mound for the Willamette Wolverines. Jackson Dowdy, 4 innings, will come off the mound, and they will move some things around defensively. Robbins stays behind the plate, so they'll need a new shortstop. And in my mind, I mean, I know that they've They've got their plans in their heads, but Barry just made that throwing error. And now you put him on the mound to try and see if he can pitch his way through this. Can Roseburg maybe take advantage of that? Zeke Thomas will move to shortstop. Taking over at second base is going to be Landon Cook, the third baseman. And going to third base will be the pitcher, Jackson Dowdy. So that is the changes there, as Dowdy done after 4 innings. He doesn't get any outs here in the 5th, so he'll only get credit for 4. 1 run has come in so far on an error here in the 5th inning. Roseburg with runners at second and third and nobody out. Up to bat is A.J. Black. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. The first pitch that he gets from Barry is low for ball 1. Brady Barry. He threw 4 1/3 innings against Roseburg during the regular season. Gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 5 walks, and 8 strikeouts. A.J. sees one that he likes, takes a cut, and fouls it away. Here in the top of the 5th, 1 run in so far. At third base is Christian Corba. Danner Wirtz out at second base. A 1-1 count for A.J. Black. He'll take low for ball 2. So I did look. So Roseburg's the 21 seed in the playoff bracket. Willamette is the 5 seed. The other side of the bracket, you've got Sherwood and Jesuit. Sherwood is the 13 seed, Jesuit the 4 seed. A 2-1 pitch from Barry, and it's below the zone for a 3-1 count. Three balls and a strike to A.J. Black, the 5-hitter in the lineup card, with runners at second and third. Looking for a pitch he can drive here. He will not get one. It's high and inside for ball 4. Bases are loaded, and the Roseburg Indians with an opportunity here. Looking to try and build a lead. They want runs. Build the cushion as they lead it 4-3. Try to get some insurance numbers up on the board. Get a crooked number up there for the Tribe. They scored 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. They've got 1 so far here in the 5th. Nick Ruiz will bat. He was hit by a pitch his first time, struck out against Dowdy in his second at-bat. He faces Brady Barry for the first time, and he'll take a strike on the inside corner. Corbo with good speed at third. Could possibly score on a pop fly to the outfield. They bring the infield in, looking to cut off the run at home. And that one hits him, and Ruiz will pick up an RBI. Second time he's been hit by a pitch today, and Roseburg adds another. It's 5-3. Bases still loaded with nobody out. Nick Ruiz, a hit-by-pitch specialist. It's the 9th time this season he's been hit by a pitch. This time it brings in a run. Roseburg's got 2 on the board here in the 5th. Bases still loaded, and now it's Amos Bowers, who had a double his last time up. There's a conversation going on with the home plate umpire and the coach for Willamette, Robert Cantwell. Bowers up to bat with bases loaded, still nobody out. He'll swing at the first pitch, fouls it back for strike 1. Now at third base is Danner Wirtz, A.J. Black at second, Nick Ruiz at first. The 0-1 from Barry. It's high. A 1-1 count. Appreciate everybody tuning in and joining us, whether you're listening on the radio, listening online, or following along with us on our YouTube channel with the video stream there. The 1-1. High again for Bowers, and he's got a 2-1 count. Great to see everybody there. Always enjoy the postseason baseball. It's had me on the edge of my seat the entire afternoon. The 2-1 to Bowers. Breaking ball that misses inside from Brady Barry, and the count goes to 3-1. There's nowhere to put him. Barry's got to come with something here. This would be an opportunity for Bowers to try and see if he can drive in another run. The 3-1, he took a good cut at it, but he could not connect. Full count now. Still nobody out, so that, Amos can be aggressive in this situation. The 3-2 pitch here for Brady Berry. He takes a deep breath, working out of the stretch. Amos gets underneath one, belts it deep to left field, but well foul. Got a little too far around on that one. Everybody kind of held their breath for a moment and took a look towards left field. But that ball quickly got foul. 3-2 pitch again here for Berry. Nobody out, bases loaded. Roseburg leading 5-3. Bowers pops one up. Foul territory, first base side. It's going to carry out of play. And Bowers will get another look at it here against the reliever, Brady Berry. Jackson Dowdy exited the game here in this 5th inning. Got credited for 4 innings of work. He's now playing defensively at third. Brady Berry taking over. I'm coming from shortstop. His 3-2 pitch. Another one popped up. This could be playable for the catcher, Robbins. He's chasing up against the fence line, and it's just over into the fans sitting in their camping chairs on the first base side behind home here at Floyd Ogden Field. It's a great crowd up here today. Great to see so many Roseburg fans, and you get to know who the parents are, see some of them on a regular basis at the away games, but there's a good number of fans that I'm used to seeing at home games that have made the trip up here for today's playoff game in Eugene. Pretty cool to see. 3-2 pitch once again to Bowers. He hits one. That's a foul ball down the third base side. So stinking close. He just goes foul as it goes by the bag, and Bowers with the at-bat will continue in this one. Oh, so close to squeezing that one by. Again, a 3-2 pitch from Brady Berry. Bowers this time gets underneath one, launches it deep to left field. That ball close to the wall. It is a foul ball. Oh, I didn't get a look at it really to see. I think, did that go over the fence? Do anybody know? I couldn't quite tell from this angle if it got over, but it was deemed foul. Oh, everybody here holding their breath thinking a possible grand slam for Amos Bowers. He has been heating up at the plate once again, and this has been, it's got to be at least 5-6 straight pitches that he has fouled off in this count here, and it'll stay a 3-2 pitch. Brady Berry trying to get the first out here in the 5th inning. Roseburg trying to add to their 2-run advantage. Berry delivers again. And it's ball 4. It'll get by as well. 1 run will score. Roseburg's not going to push their luck. And the ball got out of play. It didn't get out of play. It got stuck in the fence. And behind the plate, Colin Robbins calling for time with a dead ball. The Roseburg wasn't going to try to do anything more than just the 1 run on the bases loaded walk. Amos Bowers, what an at-bat, and he earns himself an RBI with the walk. That'll be the second walk issued by Brady Berry. Bases remain loaded with nobody out. Danner Wirtz came in to score. 3 runs in here in the 5th inning. Roseburg leads at 6-3. Still nobody out. Berry stays on the bump as Mason Young, a walk in his last at-bat, will come up. Berry delivers, and Young fouls it away out towards the track facility here at Willamette High School. Hosted the Southwest Conference District Track and Field Championships last weekend. Roseburg qualifying 6 athletes through the district tournament for the upcoming state championship tournament. Roseburg will be in action on Friday in Eugene at the state track and field meet. Oh, pitch fouled into the glove for strike 2 from Mason Young. Douglas County total, 51 athletes and a number of relay teams that would have that number climbing. Another good showing for Douglas County at the state championship track and field meet coming up starting tomorrow here in Eugene at Hayward Field. 0-2 pitch. That ball lifted right side. That could be trouble. Tailing towards the line. Diving attempt. That's a foul ball. Another one just by inches for the Indians. They've been so close to really breaking this one open. Diving attempt in right field by Wyatt Wright, and he couldn't get to it, but the ball just going foul down the right field side. And it'll be an 0-2 count back to the plate for Mason Young. You've had a ball down the left field line by Bowers that was almost a grand slam. He almost had a ground ball sharply past third that was just foul by inches. And now Mason Young on a fly ball down the right field line that was just barely foul. He's back in with the 0-2 count. Bases loaded, nobody out. The infield drawn in. The 0-2 again. A line drive shot towards the alley in right center. That one will drop, and Roseburg will add to the lead. 1 run will score. They're going to put the brakes on. Roseburg's got a man off the base at second. Throw to second base. You've got Gregory out of position, and he will be tagged out for the first out. It was Dylan Gregory running for Amos Bowers. And so the freshman is out at second base. They put the brakes on Nick Ruiz. They wanted to be cautious there with just nobody out and thought maybe we can continue to add here as things have been not going Willamette's direction. And with the top of the order, well, the 9-hitter, then the top of the order coming up, Roseburg was trying to play it cautious to see if they could keep things going here, but Gregory runs into a tag. So Mason Young, an RBI single, he's at first. Up to bat is Rylan Glasser, who is been on base twice, a single, and then reached on a fielder's choice. He takes outside for ball 1. With 1 out, runners on the corners. A 1-0 pitch high to Glasser, a 2-0 count. Roseburg now leading by 4, 7-3. At third base is Nick Ruiz. At first base is Mason Young. Just 1 out so far. The 2-0 pitch called a strike. Rylan Glasser is the 8th batter to come up for Roseburg here in the 5th inning, as they've put 4 runs on the board. Glasser will take another strike, and he's got himself a 2-2 count. Started with a walk to Fletcher Coleman here in the 5th, and Roseburg, every hitter has gotten on base here in this 5th inning for Roseburg. 2-2 pitch. Foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. Big strikeout there for Brady Berry. His first. There's 2 away. And Paxton Burke, the top of the order, 1 for 3 today. Coming up the bat in another big spot. Can the senior deliver once again? Switch hitter bats left-handed against the righty on the mound. He swings through on the first pitch. Off speed, he was out in front of it. It's an 0-1 count. Ruiz at third, Mason Young at first. Swinging after a pitch in the dirt for Burke, and he's behind 0-2. Chasing a pitch off that turf. He steps out. A grimace on his face knowing that that was a pitch he should have let go by. Paxton Burke on the season, came in hitting .396 today. 16 RBI for him, looking to add to that. Stepping off at first. You've got the man in the rundown is Mason Young. He'll race to second, and he gets tagged. Nick Ruiz doesn't break from third. So caught stealing Mason Young. Roseburg tries to get Willamette to throw another one away, and they're unable to do so. And that will finish things off here. But Roseburg able to put 4 runs on the board. They build a 7-3 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Looking to try and hold on to the advantage here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Fletcher Coleman with a lead to protect now as he'll face the 9-1-2 hitters for this dangerous Willamette offense. They are not a team that is out of anything, really. They usually have an opportunity to try and come back with their big bats. At the plate, Remy Ballinger swings through a breaking ball for strike one as we start things here in the bottom of the fifth. A ground ball chopper towards short. Paxton Burke, sidearm sling over to first. One away in the fifth for the Wolverines. Today's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Top of the order, Brody Butler up to bat. A double his last time up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Sheldon leading big against Lake Oswego in their matchup at home. 7-0 in the bottom of the fourth in that game. Breaking ball missing low to the lefty Butler. And again, North Medford losing to Newburgh 8-4 to end their season. The 1-0. Missing low again, a 2-0 count here for Butler. Fletcher Coleman into his fifth inning of work. His 2-0 pitch catches the bottom of the zone on the inside corner against the lefty. Butler in his first at-bat to start out the bottom of the first inning, grounded out to short. He'll take one off the turf for ball 3. Bottom of the fifth inning here in Eugene. Sun starting to head towards the horizon behind us. Is a 3-1 pitch. Ground ball foul, sharply hit to his own dugout there for Butler. A fence in front of the dugout, protecting his teammates down that first base side. The gymnasium that is down the third base and left field side here at Floyd Ogden Field, starting to cast some shadows on the third base side of the infield. Home plate and the mound, not in those shadows yet. 3-2 pitch from Coleman. Line drive shot back at him up the middle. He couldn't get a glove on it. He gets out of the way, but the comebacker goes into center field. A base knock for Brody Butler. Butler with his second hit in the game. He's been a tough out for the Indians. Butler in the regular season was 6 for 12 against the Indians, and he continues to hit well here in the postseason. Brady Berry will stand in. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Roseburg looking for him to hit a ground ball, see if they can turn 2 on it as a pitch high and away, ball 1. Berry now the pitcher for Willamette, coming in relief in that fifth inning. He takes high. 2-0 count. The book is closed on Jackson Dowdy now. He gives up 6 runs on 5 hits over 4 innings, and those are not all earned runs. Again, high for Fletcher, and the count goes to 3-0. Roseburg may have Fletcher at this point in the game, might have him on a short leash. With a 4-run lead to try and protect, they might look to go to the bullpen. So 3-0 pitch is ball 4. And none of those pitches were close to the zone. That'll put 2 runners on. Just the second walk for Coleman. As Amos Bowers will go out to the mound, and so will Coach Patterson as he comes out and calls time. So out to the mound will go Coach Patterson. And the entire infield will come in to have a conversation here. Fletcher, the one bugaboo that he's had has been the free passes, and he's only given up 2 today. That's been a big boost for him, is that he has not allowed extra runners to get on base with those walks. But a walk here with with 1 out, and an at-bat that he didn't really challenge the hitter, threw them all high and away. Gave an easy pass there to Brady Berry. So Berry's on at first. You got Butler at second. Zeke Thomas up to bat. He had an RBI ground out in the third inning. He is 0 for 2 in the contest. First pitch. Ground ball towards third. It'll get past the diving attempt from A.J. Black into left field. Up with it is Nick Ruiz. The throw comes in. Throw to the plate. No! I'm not sure where A.J. Black was looking to go with that one. He looked to third first instead of going home. He had a chance to maybe make the out at home, but he cut it off and looked to third. And so runners at first and second. A run comes in on the base hit by Zeke Thomas. Butler scores from second. Barry only goes to second base. Thomas, an RBI single, his second RBI in the game. Black with a diving attempt at third. Almost got his glove on it, but it was just out of his reach. So one run comes in. It's a 3-run ball game. First pitch, strike one to Colin Robbins. That means the game-tying run is the man at the plate. As mentioned, this Willamette team not out of it yet. Trailing by 4, they cut it down to a 3-run deficit. The 0-1 pitch, grounder foul towards the third base dugout for Roseburg. So out in front here, 0-2 for Coleman against Colin Robbins. There's one out with runners at first and second. The 0-2 from Coleman. It's high. Couldn't get him to chase it, something out of the zone. Got a random baseball behind the home plate there somehow. Not sure where that came from. So back into the box for Robbins with the 1-2 pitch coming from Coleman. Just above the zone. Not a bad pitch there. Count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 delivery for Coleman. Roseburg hanging on as a pickoff throw goes to the outfield, but it is stopped by Paxton Burke, the shortstop, getting to that one to make sure it doesn't get away too far. All the runners will hold. Pickoff attempt to second base. Third base coach pleading a case to the umpire in the middle of the field. I'm not sure if he was looking for an obstruction call maybe. 2-2 delivery for Coleman. At the plate, Colin Robbins. Fouls off another one. Working our way here through the 6 o'clock hour. This one we knew should be a good one. Two Southwest Conference foes battling it out here in the second round of the state playoffs. A 2-2 pitch, chasing another one low. Got a piece of it there to stay alive for Robbins. For Willamette, their win on Monday actually snapped a streak of 3 straight postseasons where they lost in the first round. A 7-4 lead for Roseburg here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out, 2 runners on. Breaking ball up underneath the elbows, a bit high for a full count. Count goes full. Coleman, the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Second walk here in the 5th inning for Fletcher Coleman. Bases are loaded, and Mason Christian, who has a home run already today, will come up to bat with a chance to try and change this one dramatically. Winds have kind of died down a bit. That's helpful to the hitters. It was blowing in pretty strong from left field when we got to the ball field here earlier, but Christian already put one out over the left field fence earlier today. First pitch, a breaking ball high from Coleman. Nowhere to put a runner. It's a 1-0 count to the 5-hitter in the lineup here for Willamette. For over 45 years, Pacific Office Automation has remained locally owned and operated. They support the community, people, and places that matter. That's why they continue to sponsor the OSAA year after year. To learn more, visit PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation, problem solved. 1-0 pitch is high. Fletcher starting to miss his mark at the plate. Arm might starting to be a little bit tired here, and time called. Coach Patterson is going to come out of the dugout here, and that means a pitching change for the Roseburg Indians. Here in the fifth inning, Fletcher Coleman, a 2-0 count against Mason Christian, and Roseburg's going to make a change. They will bring in the freshman Christian Corba to pitch here in the fifth inning. A pitching change for Roseburg, leading by 3 against Willamette in the bottom of the fifth in the second-round playoff matchup. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
The freshman Christian Corba will take over on the mound. He's worked 29 innings this year, making his 9th appearance. He has 5 starts, a 3-2 record, a 6.52 ERA, and he will take over on the mound with the bases loaded. A 2-0 count already against Mason Christian, and he will inherit that as he takes over for Fletcher Coleman. Coleman goes 4 1/3 inning. He gives up 6 hits in that time, and Coleman will take over in center field for Corba defensively. Hey, you can stay connected to your favorite team with the OSAA Live mobile app. OSAA Live features the latest scores, schedules, and rankings for all teams and leagues across Oregon. Access OSAA state championship programs, read the latest prep news and information. Search OSAA Live in the App Store or on Google Play to download today. And as a reminder for all of you on the road, Oregon Department of Transportation encourages you to please be sure to park your phone so that our roadways are safer for everyone. All right, back to the action here at Floyd Ogden Field in Eugene at Willamette High School. It's Roseburg and Willamette squaring off in a second-round playoff matchup. The winner moves on to face either Sherwood or Jesuit on Friday in the quarterfinals. Mason Christian's at the plate with a 2-0 count against him. In his favor there, he'll take on Christian Corba. First time that Corba has faced Willamette this season. He fires in low for ball 1. Actually, sorry, make that a 3-0 count. So he's got to bring one here, otherwise a walk would bring in a run to make it a 2-run ball game. We already saw one batter get a green light on a 3-0 pitch. Christian was watching all the way and takes a strike on the outside corner. So Corba stays in the at-bat, a 3-1 count as he looks to try and get Roseburg through this 5th inning. A 3-1 pitch for the freshman. Oh, misses outside, ball 4. It's a 2-run ball game. Second walk in the game for Mason Christian. Everybody else moves up behind or in front of him. Brady Berry will come in to score. And it is 7-5. Still just 1 out. Bases loaded. Up to bat will be Landon Cook, 0 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch, a called strike. Roseburg has A.J. Black playing down the line at third. Breaking ball from Corba misses outside, 1-1 count. pretty close to the bag there at third base. Roseburg looking to try and find a way to get 2 more outs here and keep the lead intact. Pitch goes to the backstop. Run will come in, and it's a 1-run ball game. So everybody else moves up 90 feet. Wild pitch, scores Zeke Thomas. Colin Robbins, moves up to third. Mason Christian on at second. It's a 2-1 count for Landon Cook. First base open. Ball is popped up, straight up on the infield. And the ball is dropped by Bowers. The catcher had a lot of time to wait for that one to come down. He never dropped his mask. He just held on to it and tried to make a basket catch, and it pops out of his glove. That'll just be strike 2. Should be an error on Roseburg on that one. I guess unless they do end up getting the out here, but missed opportunity to get an out in a 1-run ball game now. That could be big. A 2-2 pitch here to Landon Cook. Low and outside, the count will go full. Full count pitch, first base open. It's another one fouled away, this time out of play. Willamette now with the momentum back on their side after Roseburg scored 4 runs in the top of the 5th. Willamette has rallied back. They've scored 3 here in the bottom of the 5th. It was tied at 3 when we started this 5th inning. It's now 7-6. Corba's 3-2 pitch, ball 4, and the bases loaded again. Missed opportunity there for Roseburg on the dropped fly ball in foul territory. 2 walks now for Christian Corba coming on in relief. Berkeley Granberry, he's been a strikeout victim twice. He will step in. They're going to bring in a runner out at second base for Mason Christian. Coming in to run. Get an ID on him. That is Hunter Vaughn, who's got great speed. A former North Douglas Warrior here at Willamette. Started on the football field, track and field this spring. He's been starring. I've seen his name a couple of times, and he just committed to play football at the University of Oregon, but he got added to the baseball roster since the last time we saw Willamette. He's going to be a speed upgrade on the bases. First pitch to Granberry is fouled away for strike 1. Game-tying run at third. Go-ahead run at second. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. It has been a roller coaster day here at the ballpark. The 0-1 from Corba. Fouled by Berkeley for strike 2. And Corba out in front. An 0-2 count. At third base is Robbins. Got the pinch runner Vaughn out at second base. And Landon Cook at first. At the plate, Berkeley Granberry, the 0-2. Ooh, did not miss by much. A 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch, time called before the delivery to Granberry. Corba's 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. A massive strikeout for the freshman. 3rd strikeout in the game for Granberry. 2 away. And up to bat will be Jackson Dowdy. He's the 9th hitter to come up for Willamette. Roseburg sent 9 hitters to the plate in the 5th. The final out was made on the bases, while Paxton Burke was the 9th batter up to hit for the Indians in that 5th inning. So Roseburg technically didn't have 9 batters hit in that 5th inning as they bring in a courtesy runner for the catcher, Colin Robbins. That is McCray that is going to run at third. Bases are loaded with 2 down. Dowdy now at third base defensively. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Takes the first pitch low and outside, a 1-0 count. Roseburg in the 6th inning will have the top of their order coming up as they look to try and see if they can build the lead back up again. Trying to keep a lead here. A 1-0 pitch misses from Corba, and it's a 2-0 count. Christian will step off the mound here. Resets with the 2-0 delivery coming up. Sherwood leading Jesuit 7-2 at this point in time. A 2-0 pitch. Misses again. It goes to 3-0. And there is nowhere to put a runner. So Corba's got to deliver a strike here. A 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. Game tied. Bases loaded, walked, didn't throw a single strike to him. Dowdy, who was 0 for 2 in the game, walks to tie this one up. Scoring was McCray, the courtesy runner for the catcher. Vaughn goes to third. Cook goes to second. Dowdy is on at first, and up to bat for a second time here in the 5th inning will be Remy Ballinger. He started the inning with a ground out to short. Tie ball game, 7-7 with 2 outs and the bases loaded. And we're going to get a pitching change. Grayson Coate is going to come in for Roseburg to try and get him through this 5th inning. We'll take a 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Well, Roseburg will go to their third pitcher here in the 5th inning, their third pitcher in the game. It'll be Grayson Coate that will take over for the Indians. The sophomore.
11 for 27.
Not sure. Let's see here. Oh, they're going to put a pinch runner at first base for Jackson Dowdy. They're going to bring in number 11. Don't see a number 11 on any of the rosters that I have for Willamette. So, but they say number 11. Bases are loaded. Grayson Coate will take over. He did face Willamette during the regular season. Steps off before the first pitch. First pitch here to Remy Ballinger. It's low for ball 1. Grayson Coate will make his 8th appearance on the season. He's thrown 13 innings total. His 1-0 pitch. Knocked down. It gets away from Bowers. The runner will come home, and it is now Willamette leading by 1 as they will take the lead on a wild pitch. So the Wolverines now in front once again, 8-7. They were down 7-3 to start this fifth inning. They have now put 5 runs on the board. Grayson Cope behind 2-0 against Ballinger, the 9-hitter, who fouls one away. Well, we're going to be in for an interesting finish here. See how things continue to go. It's been a lot of scoring here as of late. Swing and a miss. A big cut out of Ballinger, and he's got a 2-2 count. Grayson Coe trying to get one more here. 5 runs in for Willamette so far. They've got runners at second and third with 2 down. A 2-2. That ball fouled off. Two runners on base in scoring position for the Wolverines as a flock of geese go overhead. Grayson Coate with a 2-2 delivery. Another foul ball. Been a long half inning here for the Tribe with a couple of pitching changes. Corba goes back to center field defensively, and Coleman goes to right field. A 2-2. Fouled away. Coming out of the game will be Rylan Glasser, as Grayson Coate will take over in the 9 spot in the lineup. Battle continues here with a 2-2 count to the 9-hitter Remy Ballinger. It's low. Full count. First base is open. Grayson Coate gets the signal from Bowers. Delivers. Swing and a miss. A huge strikeout to finish off the bottom of the 5th. And we will head to the 6th inning with Roseburg down by a run. Grayson Coate comes in, gets the final out. Remy Ballinger commits the first and the final out of the 5th inning. 5 runs come in for Willamette. It's 8-7 as we head to the 6th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community. Our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
Oh, it's been a ball game of swings here in this one. Willamette took a lead, 1-0 in the second. Roseburg took a 2-1 lead in the top of the third, but Willamette regained the lead in the bottom of the third, 4-2, or make that 3-2. Roseburg tied it in the top of the 4th, then took a lead in the 5th, but Willamette takes the lead back in the bottom of the 5th, and we go to the 6th with the Wolverines leading it 8-7 on top of Roseburg. First pitch to Paxton Burke, who will lead things off here in the 6th inning. Is outside from Brady Berry, who is the pitcher for Willamette. Burke gets one in the air out towards center field. That ball continues to carry, running to the fence, and underneath it is the center fielder, Brody Butler, for the first out. Deep fly ball there for Burke, but he could not get it to the fence. One away. And it'll be Fletcher Coleman now, the right fielder for Roseburg, that'll come up to bat. Fletcher, a walk his last time up, fouls off the first pitch from Barry. Today's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call them at 541-672-5701. Fletcher on the day is 0 for 2. Got robbed on a line drive up the middle. He'll hit one out towards center field, but it's going to carry right to Brody Butler. Well-struck ball, but it goes right at him. A couple of hard-hit balls to center, but the center fielder able to make a couple of plays, and there's 2 down. Roseburg down to their final 4 outs to work with here, needing a run to tie this one up. Christian Corba will step in. He is 2 for 3 in the game, a single and a double. Faces Barry for the first time. Takes outside, ball 1. Christian, an RBI double back in the third, had a single in that 4-run 5th inning for Roseburg when they took a 7-3 lead. He hits one out towards center field, and it's going to be playable again. 3 straight outs for Brody Butler. Roseburg, 3 well-struck balls, but all of them right to the center fielder. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. A quick 1-2-3, top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Roseburg trying to keep it a 1-run deficit here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Grayson Coate back out there to work for Roseburg. First pitch, a pop fly right side. Out into the outfield grass. Coming in, it'll be the right fielder that'll call off second baseman Mason Young. Fletcher Coleman makes the grab, and that'll retire Brody Butler to get things started here in the 6th inning for Willamette. One away, Brady Berry will bat. Roseburg trying to keep it a 1-run deficit. They will have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up in the 7th inning as they need 1 run at the moment to try and stay in this one. As the ball laced to right field but caught by Fletcher Coleman off the bat of Brady Berry. This is kind of like a repeat of the top half of the 6th inning, but with the right fielder. Pretty well hit ball there by Brady Berry, but it just carries enough, and Fletcher Coleman is able to get underneath it for the second out. 2 away, Zeke Thomas had an RBI single in the 5th inning. He'll bat here. He was one of 5 runs that came in to score for the Wolverines. First pitch, a strike from Coate, 0-1 count. The 0-1 delivery for Grayson. Breaking ball drops in for a strike. Outside on the 2-1 or the 0-2 goes to 1-2. Grayson Coate winds and fires. Fouled back for a chance to see another pitch there for Zeke Thomas. There's a pitch low. Count goes to 2-2. Two down, nobody on base. The sophomore Coate delivers. That ball popped up, Play ball on the first base side, it looks. Danner Wirtz up against the fence line, and it just kept carrying out of play. And it will fall, and it'll be another look at a 2-2 pitch for Thomas. That ball initially looked like it was going to stay in the foul territory down the first base side, but it just kept carrying and out of play. 2-2 misses low. Not a bad pitch there. Thomas will step back in. A 3-2 pitch coming. Grayson gets him to foul off another one. Full count pitch with 2 down. Looking to get a 1-2-3 inning here defensively for the Tribe. Coate gets him to foul off another one. Thomas looked like he liked that pitch quite a bit and was disappointed he couldn't square it up. I want to say thanks to our pregame show sponsor, Roseburg Disposal. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Full count pitch. Again, it's another ball fouled away, and Thomas just cannot quite square one up, and he's frustrated at the plate that he just has not been able to connect on one. But he continues to battle and make Grayson Coate throw extra pitches. Grayson quickly into his windup. That ball lifted to center field. It's going to be caught by Corba. A 1-2-3 inning. Roseburg responds, but they need 1 run to keep this game going. 2 to take a lead. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the 7th inning. It's 8-7. Willamette in front of Roseburg on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Danner Wirtz, A.J. Black, and Nick Ruiz will be the 3 batters to try and give Roseburg a chance to stay in this one. They trail 8-7 as we welcome you back here to Floyd Ogden Field in Eugene. The Roseburg Indians and the Willamette Wolverines squaring off in the second round of the state playoff. One team will move on to face either Sherwood or Jesuit in the quarterfinals on Friday. Danner Wirtz will lead it off, looking for his first hit of the day. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th inning. Brady Berry on the mound, now in a chance to get a win. And he will miss just outside, ball 1, as we get things underway here in the 7th. A 1-0 pitch. Taken for a strike. A 1-1 count for Danner Wirtz, the cleanup hitter. Fouls it off. It's going to go off the face mask for Colin Robbins. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball here on the score. A 1-2 count for Wirtz, leading off the top of the 7th. Berry with the pitch. It's low. Wirtz lays off. Over at Sheldon High School, the Irish leading 8-3 going to the bottom of the 6th inning there. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3. On a borderline pitch on the inside corner. Wirtz shuffling his feet in the box. Kind of looked like he wasn't sure what to expect on that one, and he watches it go by for strike 3. Roseburg down to their last 2 outs. A.J. Black will stand in. He's walked twice and struck out once. He's the man that had the first at-bat against Brady Berry. Berry will fire in a strike to get things started. Oh, 1 count. Ground ball towards second. Takes a high hop for Zeke Thomas, who has plenty of time, and delivers to first for the second out. And Willamette is 1 out away from surviving through this second round. They were down by 4 going to the bottom of the 5th and scored 5 to take a lead. They are now 1 out away from securing a victory and moving on. It'd be the first time with 2 wins in the postseason since they made it to the semifinals of the 5A playoff back in 2022. Nick Ruiz at the plate. Takes a strike. Ruiz been hit by a pitch twice in this one. Once came with the bases loaded. That was in the 5th inning. Ruiz, 0-1 pitch from Berry. Takes high. A 1-1 count. Two down with nobody on. A 1-run deficit for Roseburg down to their final out. A 1-1 pitch to Ruiz. He takes outside, a 2-1 count. Roseburg trying to get the game-tying run aboard any way they can here. Brady Berry with the 2-1 delivery. Gets him to swing. Foul tip back to the backstop. Two count. Down low, and Nick lays off. Full count pitch coming up. Ruiz trying to find a way aboard. Berry trying to close it out here and get the win. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Ruiz stays alive. Again, a full count pitch with the game on the line coming up. Berry with the deep breath, kicks and fires. Ball 4, and Roseburg has the game-tying run on base. Willamette was thinking strike 3. Misses outside. So on at first goes Nick Ruiz. Amos Bowers, who had a couple of big hits, or a couple of big balls that we batted that ended up foul. In his last at-bat, he ended up drawing a bases-loaded walk. He had a couple of big swings and almost hit one out of here with the bases loaded, but it was just foul. He will stand in, trying to keep the game going. Roseburg with the game-tying runner at first. First pitch, a strike. Brady Berry. His first time facing Bowers was again that bases-loaded walk. The 0-1. Breaking ball drops in for a strike. And the Indians down to their final strike once again. Nick Ruiz out at first. The Willamette faithful getting excited once again. The 0-2. That ball out towards the right center. It's going to be drifting towards right field. Underneath it is Wyatt Wright, and that will finish off the ball game. Willamette survives and advances as they will top Roseburg 8-7. They stay undefeated here at home, go to 14-0 here on the field at Floyd Ogden, and they will move on. Roseburg had their chances, but could not get the victory here tonight. Final score is 8-7. Willamette moving on in front of Roseburg. Indians will finish out their season 16-12 overall. Willamette improves to 19-9 on the year. We'll come back with the postgame show after this 3-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Back in back in Eugene at Floyd Ogden Field, where the final score is 8-7. The Willamette Wolverines will get the victory on top of Roseburg in this one and advance on to face the winner of Sherwood and Jesuit, which, if we last we saw, it was 7-2 Sherwood, the visiting team, in front in that one. Actually, Willamette would be at home no matter what in the next round, so they've got that coming for them in the next round. Final score again, 8-7. Roseburg 7 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 5 men left on base. 8 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors, and 4 men left on base for Willamette. Picking up the win is going to be Brady Berry, as he will close this one out. He goes 3 innings, allows 1 run on 1 hit, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. He'll pick up the victory. Christian Corbo will actually take the loss. He came in, and a couple of runs came in while he was on the mound, but the 8th run of the game that gave Willamette the lead was a man that he put on with a walk, and so that will be Christian Corbo taking the loss. In this one, he pitched just a third of an inning, does not give up a hit, 1 run, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout for the freshman. Willamette took a lead 1-0 in the second inning, and that's what started the scoring, and there was quite a bit from that point on. Roseburg got 2 runs in the top of the third. Willamette would get 2 more back in the bottom of the third to retake the lead at 3-2. Roseburg tied it up at 3-3 in the top of the fourth, and then would take a 7-3 lead with 4 runs in the top of the fifth. But Willamette rallied back and scored 5 runs in the bottom of the fifth, and that is the difference in this one. That 5th run coming in to score in that 5th inning, and Roseburg could not make up the 1-run deficit, leaving the game-tying run at first base in the 7th inning. Tough one here today because the opportunities were there for Roseburg. Tightly played game between these two teams. Willamette is now 14-0 here on their home field, and that is probably one of the closest games they've had this season here at Floyd Ogden. They will get a chance to keep it going when they step on the field on Friday here in Eugene. Taking a look at the pitching numbers again, Jackson Dowdy, the starter for Willamette, went 4 innings, allowed 6 runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. Brady Berry picked up the win in relief, 3 innings, 1 run on 1 hit, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Fletcher Coleman started for Roseburg, went 4 1/3 innings. He was good, but then things kind of got away from him in the 5th inning. He ends up allowing 7 runs on 6 hits. 4 of those 7 runs came in that 5th inning. He had 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Not a bad outing for him, just kind of hit the wall and couldn't quite find the strike zone. They went to Christian Corba. It was a tough outing for the freshman, a third of an inning. He gives up 1 run on no hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Grayson Coate came in, the sophomore, did well, got 4 consecutive outs, trying to keep Roseburg in this one. But the offense, unfortunately, could not come back to help him out there. He pitches a third of an inning, got 1 strikeout, no runs, no hits, no walks in his I guess actually an inning and a third for Grayson Coate. Tough one here as Roseburg will finish the year 16-12 overall. Willamette goes to 19-9 on the season. Actually, I said that Willamette would be here no matter what. I think actually I had that backwards. I was thinking they were the 4 seed. Willamette's the 5 seed. Jesuit's the 4 seed, so if Jesuit did come back to win against Sherwood, the game would be at Jesuit. But if Sherwood hangs on, Willamette will get a chance to play a home game here at Floyd Ogden against Sherwood in the quarterfinals on Friday. Let's see here. Paxton Burke was 1 for 4 in the game with a single and a run scored. Fletcher Coleman was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Christian Corba goes 2 for 4 with an RBI double, a single, and a run scored. Danner Wirtz was 0 for 4, reached on a fielder's choice and ended up scoring a run. A.J. Black was 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. Nick Ruiz was 0 for 1, a strikeout. He had 2 hit by pitches, scored a run, or he drove in a run on a bases loaded hit by pitch. Also drew a walk in the 7th inning. Amos Bowers was 1 for 3 in the game, a double with a run scored. Also had an RBI on a bases-loaded walk in the 5th inning. Mason Young was 1 for 2 in the game with an RBI single and a walk. Rylan Glasser was 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored here in this one today. On the other side for Willamette, Brody Butler was 2 for 4 in the game with a pair of runs. Brady Berry was 1 for 3 with an RBI single, a walk, and a run scored. Zeke Thomas was 1 for 4 with 2 RBI, and he had a single and a run scored. Colin Robbins was 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Mason Christian was 1 for 1 with a solo homer in the 2nd. Also drove in a run on a bases-loaded walk in the 5th. He scored twice. Landon Cook was 0 for 2 with a walk. Berkeley Granberry 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Jackson Dowdy was 0 for 2 with a bases-loaded walk. And Remy Ballinger was 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. It's going to do it for the season here for the Roseburg Indians. Unfortunately, the season comes to an end here on the road in a game that was right there for the taking. And this is a young squad. Unfortunately, they say goodbye to 4 seniors, who I believe are the guys out in left field having the conversation with the coaches right now as the year comes to an end. Bowers, Burke, Cheney, and Popkin out there just closing out their careers in a Roseburg uniform with their coaching staff in left field. It's been a lot of fun to watch all of them, getting to know some of them better this year, like Brady Popkin, a guy that we didn't see much of as a junior last year, but he has made a big impact on the team this season. Paxton Burke, who's been a multiple-year guy at the varsity level. He's been in a 2-time all-conference selection at shortstop. He's been the top of the order. He's been a guy you can pencil in and day out. He has been a rock for this team. Good luck to Paxton as he gets ready to head off to Lewis Clark State College in Lewiston, Idaho, to play for former Umpqua Riverhawks head coach Jeremiah Robbins out there. They were in the running for a national championship this year, and Burke will get a chance to be a part of that atmosphere and that environment coming up next season. You've got Riley Cheney and Amos Bowers. Not sure what all is in store for those two, but good luck to them as they continue on as well. Amos has been a staple behind the plate all season, caught pretty much every single game for the Roseburg Indians this year, and there were some lean moments at the plate, but he finished real strong, had a really good showing here in the postseason with a couple of doubles, and his bat was hot down the stretch. He came up with some big plays and had some big at-bats for the Indians, and obviously the backstop for the Roseburg Indians behind the plate. We're doing a lot of work back there and a lot of innings for the Indians. And then Riley was a stud last year, his junior year. Some arm issues has kind of derailed the senior year for him. Didn't get a chance to play as much as I'm sure he would wanted. But his junior year was really strong. We were hoping for good things, and unfortunately, you never know when the body might just say, I'm not sure I can keep doing that. So unfortunate that it didn't finish on a better note there for Riley to get a chance to pitch a little bit more this season for the Indians. But good luck to him, as it sounds like he plans on joining the workforce now that high school is starting to come to an end for him. That is the four seniors. Roseburg's going to return a lot of guys that played a lot of innings for him this year. Mason Young, the transfer from Douglas, a staple at second base, might get a chance to catch next year with Amos graduating. Rylan Glasser has been fun to watch as a sophomore. Christian Corbus had a great freshman campaign. Should be interesting to watch. Dylan Gregory has been a name that we've said a few times here down the stretch, and he's one that they're excited about as a freshman. You've got Fletcher Coleman, who will be a senior next year and be one of the guys they look to as a leader for this team, along with his fellow classmates Nick Ruiz and A.J. Black, guys that have played a lot of innings for Roseburg at the moment. Grayson Coate, another sophomore that has pitched well. Hopefully see him continue to develop on the mound. Danner Wirtz, obviously, after 2 years at the varsity level, really looking for him to now become the workhorse, become the guy on this Roseburg team going into next year, and see if he can continue to take that next step. And on the roster here in the playoffs, Camden Decker, a freshman. We saw him get a little bit of playing time late in the season with that illness to Christian Corba. He got a chance to step into a lineup. He's a kid that's got a great frame on him. It's going to be fun to see what Decker has in store for us. And added to the lineup here in the postseason, Rowan Randall, another freshman. If he got added to the roster for the playoff run, didn't see him at all, but if he's out there, you got to think that there's a chance that maybe he could be a guy that we'll see next year as well. Always think to next year with the season coming to an end, but you also got to reminisce on what these seniors did and what this team did this year. It was an up-and-down season as they showed some promise at times and then showed their inexperience and youth at other times. We'll see if the Indians are able to continue to build off of it from the off-season. But with that, it means that our season is done here for Roseburg baseball this year. Stay with us. We may have a chance to pick up maybe some UVC baseball as they continue on in their postseason here coming up on Friday. That might be on the table for us here coming up in a couple of days, so stay tuned for that. And, of course, stay tuned as we've got Doc Stewart's baseball in store for us coming up starting June 10th as the Docs will get things underway. They've got tryouts coming up this weekend. Looking forward to another season of Doc Stewart's baseball here on The Score with you. So more baseball as the summer is right around the corner. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we do say what a season. Roseburg, thanks for a lot of fun this year. And tough luck here in this one today. It was in a game that was right there for the taking. Unfortunately, they could not close it out. Best of luck to the Willamette Wolverines as they will help represent the Southwest Conference. Looks like Sheldon's got a good chance of continuing on as well. So good luck to those two teams as they look to represent the conference at the state level. Hopefully one of those teams might get a chance to try and win a state title this year. For the Roseburg Indians, a lot of fun, but unfortunately it ends here. I want to say thanks to Athletic Director Adam Blue for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg High Sports here on The Score. It's been football, basketball, now into the baseball season, and we'll look forward to seeing what we have in store for you coming up next year in covering Roseburg High Sports. I want to say thanks to head coach Troy Thompson and the entire Roseburg baseball program for allowing us to bring you this season and allowing me in and the access to everything. Always great to get a chance to be around these guys, the players, and the coaches. A lot of fun to always get a chance to spend time with them and hang out, and they're a great group of guys and great folks to allow me to be here with them throughout the thick and thin of this one. Thanks to Dale Cranford back to the studio for the radio production here today and throughout this season, along with Brenton Cranford, who's been back there as well. Thanks to those guys for the hard work, keeping things going on the radio side of the broadcast. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keeran. It's been my pleasure to be here with you throughout another season of Roseburg High Sports here on The Score. And we'll look forward to see what the future has in store for us. But for right now, we wrap up this 2025-2026 school year with that final game for the Roseburg baseball team. There is still Roseburg track and field coming up this weekend here in Eugene. Good luck to all of the track and field athletes that will be here taking on the field in track and field coming up starting on Friday for the Indians. Best of luck to Coach Ekman and the track and field team as they get ready for Hayward Field. Well, folks, it's never easy to finish up a season, but I guess we got to do it. They've turned the sprinklers on, and the sun's starting to set, so I guess it's time to start packing it up. We'll talk to you again here soon. Doc Stewart's baseball starts June 10th, but you can always check out our live sports broadcast schedule online at 541radio.com and on the 541 Radio app to see what we've got coming up on the radio and on our video stream, so stay tuned with us there. Thanks again for tuning in, folks. I'm Joey Keeran. This has been Roseburg High School Sports here on 541radio.com and on The Score 92.